than Dean Ambrose. I learned so much from this man, and it breaks my heart to see him go.
The WWE Universe is on the edge of their seats as two explosive forces collide in an epic showdown. Roman Reigns returns with a fierce new bloodline, joined by the unstoppable Jacob Fatu, ready to reclaim their throne with ruthless intensity. Standing in their way is Seth Rollins, rallying a fresh, defiant team determined to challenge the Empire. The tension is electric, the stakes higher than ever. This face-off isn't just about dominance, it's a battle for legacy, power, and control of WWE's future. Get ready for a war that will shake the wrestling world to its core. The Rebels assemble, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn facing this new incarnation of the Bloodline were three fierce rebels, a trio bound by defiance. Seth "Freakin' Rollins, flanked by the legendary CM Punk and the resilient Sami Zayn. The crowd roared in approval as the three icons locked eyes with their formidable adversaries, their stance unyielding. This wasn't just another wrestling segment or match. It was a message carved in stone, a war cry that echoed through the arena walls. The tension was palpable. Bronson Reed had already shaken the ring with his raw power, while Dominic Mysterio and Ron Breakker stirred the pot with unpredictable energy. Backstage, Paul Heyman lurked like a mastermind, phone in hand, eyes sharp, knowing something seismic was about to erupt. The crowd could feel it, the calm before the storm, the moment just before chaos reigns. The electric atmosphere. Rollins commands the ring. Seth Rollins entered the ring to a thunderous ovation, the crowd rising in unison to honor the ever-charismatic Monday Night Messiah. Clad in his signature gear, Rollins was the picture of confidence and intensity, the reigning Money in the Bank briefcase holder who had teased a cash-in for weeks. His every movement was electric, commanding the ring like the visionary he is, ready to seize his moment. Suddenly, CM Punk's iconic music shattered the air, sending the arena into a frenzy. The boundary between chaos and justice blurred as Punk, who had walked a thin line between rebellion and order, aligned himself with Rollins. Though no official faction was announced, the mutual respect was clear. Two icons, battle-scarred and determined to reclaim control. A match of mayhem. Chaos unleashed. What followed was pure, unfiltered madness. Rollins clashed with Bronson Reed in a brutal exchange of power and precision. Reed's devastating suplex sent tremors through the ring, bending the canvas beneath them. But Rollins retaliated with a brutal stomp that echoed like thunder. Outside the ring, CM Punk grappled fiercely with Dominic Mysterio, whose own brand of chaos fueled the fiery brawl. Sami Zayn soared off the ropes, crashing into the melee with breathtaking agility. His every move met with thunderous cheers. The arena erupted with every high-risk maneuver, top-rope drop kicks, sling blades, and bone-jarring kicks that left the crowd gasping and screaming. Near falls sent waves of shock through the audience, while reversals left fans clutching their heads in disbelief. The energy was electric, palpable. This was more than a match. It was an epic battle for pride and supremacy. Darkness descends, the tribal drumbeat. Just as Rollins poised to deliver a decisive stomp, the arena plunged into darkness. A hush fell over the crowd, broken only by a slow, ominous chant that grew louder with each beat. The giant screen faded to black before exploding into the primal, haunting rhythm of war drums, ancient, commanding, impossible to ignore. Then, with chilling precision, Roman Reigns emerged. The crowd's roar was a mix of shock and awe, a tidal wave of disbelief washing over the arena. This wasn't the familiar tribal chief of old. This was a reinvigorated conqueror, accompanied by Jacob Fatu, whose cold, piercing eyes radiated pure danger. No pyrotechnics or title belts were needed. Fatu's presence alone was a declaration of raw power and a new era. The face-off, history and hatred collide. Roman's slow, deliberate walk down the ramp was like a thunderstorm rolling over the crowd, each step heavy with menace. Fatu followed, his calm, predatory aura electrifying the atmosphere. As they entered the ring, time seemed to freeze. Even the boisterous crowd held its breath, caught in the gravity of the moment. Seth Rollins met Roman's icy stare. Their eyes locked. Two warriors whose shared history was steeped in betrayal, battles, and scars. From the Shield's glory days to WrestleMania showdowns and backstage betrayals, the weight of their past hung thick in the air. But now, the stakes were even higher. The battlefield expanded. War ignites. Chaos erupts in the ring. With that, Jacob Fatu lunged forward, a brutal shove followed by a crushing punch, and the ring erupted into chaos. CM Punk tackled Roman with unrelenting fury, while Sami Zayn threw everything he had at Fatu. Rollins and Reigns exchanged savage fists, a clash of titans fueled by years of animosity. Security rushed in, desperate to contain the madness, but were thrown aside like rag dolls. Fatu slammed Punk onto the unforgiving steel steps. Zayn's blue thunderbomb on the ramp was met with a punishing spear from Roman. Rollins landed a stomp on Fatu, but the monster laughed it off, mocking the attempt as if it were a mere slap. The crowd was delirious, chanting, "This is awesome!" as the battered warriors continued their brutal exchange, backstage tensions and burning promises. Backstage cameras caught Roman Reigns walking with Paul Heyman, who whispered ominously, "This is just the beginning. The table will be rebuilt." Meanwhile, a defiant Rollins pushed away medical staff, yelling, "Let them come. Let them all come. This is our world now." This war had transcended championships. It was a brutal fight for legacy, power, and supremacy. The ring had transformed into a battlefield where legends clashed, bodies flew, and every move could change the course of history. The war ahead, legacy on the line. Roman and Jacob Fatu's arrival signaled the dawn of a new bloodline era, raw, wild, and deadly. Opposing them stood a coalition of defiance, Rollins, Punk, and Zayn, each a symbol of resistance and resilience. Whispers of reinforcements swirled. Could Kevin Owens or Cody Rhodes join the fray? Could surprise NXT call-ups shift the tide?